GT300 cars. They're split into two groups, Group A and Group B. 14 cars, I think, in this first group, but plenty of action to come. Here is the start list, and you can see the cars as they filter.
So yeah, we're seeing the cars leave the pit lane now. A couple of the names to watch out for. We've got Tetsuya Kataoka in the number 4, Good Smile Mercedes. Kyoto Fujinami is the reigning champion in the number 56, Kondo Nissan. Takuto Iguchi in the Subaru, which is the all-new BRZ you're seeing on your screen now, exiting the pit lane, which was fastest in practice, and also the Leon Mercedes I believe that was Togo Suganami in the car for this one. So some key contenders there to watch out for in this first session.
But a real mix of different cars. You've got 14 different models actually from 12 different marques, and this is why we're seeing the GT3 Lamborghini, because that car is very, very lucky to have kept it out of the wall, Jamie. That is about as close as you get on your outlap. And that's going to cross the line. Where's that going to pop up to, if anywhere? It goes quickest of all, a 25.8. So the time's starting to drop now. No real dramas in that session, Jamie, but a few surprises.
One other thing to note there is that Giuliano Alesi, who's making his Super GT debut this weekend, unfortunately, knocked out in the Team Thailand Lexus RCF at the slowest time of the 15 cars there. Not a great surprise. It's a team that's struggled over the years. They've actually not registered a single points finish in, I believe, 4 seasons of trying, so no, not a great surprise to see them fall at the first hurdle, but we will see Alesi making his debut tomorrow alongside Sean Walkinshaw in that number 35 Lexus. You can see the 55 ARTA Honda there, that's Shinichi Takagi at the wheel, and we've also got the 18 of Gary as well with Takashi Kobayashi, so 2 veterans in the Honda NSX GT3s. Actually, we've got all 3 Hondas in this group, as the Drago Corsa car is also in action. Also got the number 6 Audi, the team Le Mans with Motoyama Racing in this group, but it's not the Emperor Satoshi Motoyama in the car at the moment. It's his young teammate Yoshiaki Katayama.
Now you've got the senior pairing in the Gainer crew, haven't you? The number 11 machine. And then you've got the Saitama Toyopet machine, second last year in the championship, and Kota Kawai aboard that machine. In Japan now for a couple of years, the 55R to NSX across the line. Where's that going to pop up to? Quickest of all with the Hondas, first and second at the moment ahead. As I say that, the Saitama Toyopet car comes across the line. And then the 2 Toyota Priuses, but the senior version of the Gainer car up to 5th as the Cintium GR Supra goes quickest of all. Looking very good indeed. Advantage Toyota in Group B. Don't forget, we'll have the second element of qualifying coming up for you. So here we go. So that is
quickest
really,
time then of Yoshida.
Yeah, that is quick. I was just about to say, looks like a good time.
We've just seen the number 11 Gainer Nissan. That's Katsuyuki Hiranaka at the wheel of that, going quickest on a 25.275. So just less than a tenth faster than Yoshida there. It looks like the Gainer boys are celebrating already. So I think the number 11 of Hiranaka and Yasuda have got it in the bag by the looks of it, or they seem to think so.
But here is your official classification. Gainer Tanax GTR. They are the first pole sitters of 2021, ahead of the Saitama Toyopet Supra GT, the first of the GT3 cars, the Leon Pyramid AMG, in 3rd place. So 3 different manufacturers in the top 3. The Dunlop Shod machine on pole position, and then you have to go down to Bridgestone, and of course the 65 Shod Mercedes, which is also on the Bridgestone in second and third. Maybe the more favoured tyre. Dunlop really are an outside chance of a pole position. A, because of the peak grip, but the NSX GT car, the Honda, with a bit of an advantage around this tight and twisty circuit, would you say, Jamie?
Yeah, it certainly seemed that they had NSXs locking out the top three with Niro Takazumi setting the fastest time in the number 8 car. But yeah, this is a technical track. The NSX has a reputation for being slightly, slightly more downforce, just generally the more competitive proposition than the Supra. The Nissan also in that direction as well, as far as the strengths are concerned of the GTR, but we didn't see so much of them in practice near the top of the leaderboard. So I think it's fair to say Honda looking in good shape.
Well, the second of the Tom's cars, I said, yeah, goes quickest. So Hirakawa goes quickest. So it's very much where you are on track at the moment. Look at where the Standy NSX and the Arta NSX has dropped down to now. They've dropped down to 10th and 11th. So as the cars set representative lap times, as the clock ticks down, the times are tumbling. The Ineos Supra up to second place. So it's Tom's ahead of the 14 machine, the Ineos rookie car. Well, he's down in 13th at the moment, and this isn't the quickest of laps. Will this improve this car up to where it needs to be? No, only 11th. So the woes continue in qualifying for Nissan. They've got work to do. Now we'll turn our attentions to the GT500 shootout, where the top 8 from Group 1 or Segment 1 will now fight it out. What's happened
the 19 car
has he been off?
Garage.
Because they
well, I don't think we saw the 19 car go off.
He's got a problem, that's for sure. With 6 minutes left on the clock, Takuya Izawa in the Modelo NSX across the line. He comes, and where will he go? He should go quickest. I'll be surprised if he doesn't. Yes, he does.
Really giving it everything. Coming out the final corner. Let's see what the time is.
Tashikawa leaving nothing on the table there. That was impressive stuff. At 18.8, he was so quick to this seat. And where's he going to end up? He goes quickest. So Senna Sakaguchi repaying the faith that Toyota had put in him. He crosses the line quickest of all. Where's this going to put Nakayama in the Denso car? He goes second, and that's quite some lap time. Look at that Supra dominance. 5 of those cars in the top 5 positions.
But Toyota just got themselves this impressive conveyor belt of talent, and Sakaguchi the latest products to roll off that particular production line.
Here is the classification. It's Tom's who take the spoils ahead of the Ineos car. Again, the second of the Tom's cars rounding out the top 3. It's a Supra dominance. Toyota have dominated here in Okayama ahead of the 2 Hondas. Gucci, who makes a very good start, and that looks as though it's the it's Kazuya Oshima who squeezed through into, well, no, it was Sakaguchi who had a good look into turn 1, and Kazuya Oshima snatching that place back. And it all got a little bit dicey into turn 1 there between the front 2 cars. And now we look at the GT300 battle, and it's Hironobu Yasuda who leads the field down. They're a little bit calmer, the first few cars. The Sayatama Toyopet machine of Kota Kawai not as aggressive down into turn 1, Jamie.
Yeah, very clean start for both classes. We've just seen the number 38 Ceramo Toyota go on the attack against the Heikki line, and that's I believe that is Yuji Tachikawa in that car, but he wasn't able to find a way through on Kovalainen, so stays in 5th. Just looking out for some of the cars starting further back, doesn't look like there's been any huge moves. We've got the number 23 Nissan's up to 7th, I believe, ahead of the Red Bull livery moving Honda, and we've got the number 17 Honda of Bertrand Baguette just behind, so he's actually not made any progress on the grid.
Just looking at the GT300 there was a great battle between Kyoto Fujinami and Togo Suganami. Behind him of Bertrand Baguette and Sasahara. And has Baguette got past? Not yet, but look at this.
Yeah,
this is
Baguette
the lead battle. Sorry, Jamie. Sorry. As we head into lapped traffic, we're right in and amongst the GT300 cars, and Sakaguchi's got his work cut out because he's got Oshima all over the back of him. Now, this really will be a test of Sakaguchi's composure and experience. He's in uncharted territory, only his 2nd start, as Jamie said, and now he goes up the inside. That was very close, very, very close there. He's looking to get past these cars and keep Oshima behind him, and that you wouldn't want to make too many moves like that throughout the rest of the 8 or 75 laps we've got left, Jamie.
Yeah, that was very, very close with the number 34 Drago Course Honda of Ryo Mishigami at the wheel of that car. Incidentally, Mishigami, the 2000, oh, we've got a spin. That is one of the Toyota Priuses. That is the number 30 car, I believe, down at the hairpin.
The field continue to race round to that safety car board.
Now the safety car board is out, yeah.
Yeah. Pit lane is closed, and that gives us a chance to digest what has been going on. Getting ready for the restart, so the GT300 cars will line up on the right-hand side of your screen, and the GT300 on the right, the GT500 on the left. There you see.
No, is the short answer. I could hardly speak a word, but a year and a half of going to language school every day does have an effect, and also working in the paddock in a largely Japanese-speaking paddock as well. There are some Japanese drivers and team members that can speak English, but the majority can't. So,
and Oshima not too far behind Sakaguchi. Will anybody have a go now in the top 5 cars? Toyota have been reasonably well behaved. They weave down the straight to try and generate some much needed tyre temperature, and it all looks a bit chaotic and frantic as they head into turn 1, and it is Sakaguchi leading that trail of Toyotas.
So unseen on the screen, we saw it's Sasahara has got ahead in the battle of the Dunlop Honda, so he's in 8th place now ahead of Izawa, who's actually coming back towards this group. Just cut to the, oh yeah, there he is, the number 64, the black Honda, who's now coming under pressure from Kunimoto. So we've got in that one shot, we've got all 4 GT500 tyre manufacturers as Matsushita and Muto go side by side again as their battle continues.
Yeah, Najiri there has managed to pick a spot
behind the fellow Dunlop Honda of Sasahara, so you've got to think that's not just tyres if he's lost that much ground since the safety car came in. Yeah, 10 seconds just to repeat between the 2 Dunlop cars now.
Watch this Arta car, it's gone right the way around the outside of the 2 Nissans, and it's just done the 2 cars again down into turn 5. So Tomoki Najiri in the space of a lap has passed about 4 cars. Changes in the top echelons in the pit stop sequence. What we have seen is quite a lot of bumping and boring and position changes in this battle outside the top 10, but crikey, what a spectacle they are putting on for the fans, Jamie.
Yeah, that's been the real highlight of the race so far. You're seeing those cars bottled up behind the slower Nakajima, Honda and Bando, the Toyota. Although, I have to say, Kunimoto is doing a good job to hold on to 10th position. Nojiri's now 8 seconds up the road in the number 8 Honda. But Kunimoto now, I think, helped by Izawa, and as we now watch this battle again, Izawa is really the one holding something out of that stop at least.
We got a spinner. That's the run-up car. Now we got the leaders in.
Yeah.
So this is it in terms of can Sakaguchi and Oshima stay first and second respectively will who will win out in terms of Ineos and Toms in terms of the pit stop sequence? They're nose to tail.
They're clearly
Jamie.
all expecting a safety car. They're all expecting a safety car for the number 360, I think, and it is Uchida on board that Tom Mayer's Nissan.
Look at this pit lane. You've never seen anything like it. And this is going to be quite interesting because they're going to be compromised now, those cars, because they're going to have to safety cars out. Saitama
safety car.
There's yellow flags on the start.
Car is not out yet. Still just a yellow flag.
It's just a yellow flag, is it? Yeah, just double wave yellows on the start and finish line. But these cars are going to be heavily compromised. They're going to have to be rolled back. Not all of them are going to have to be rolled back. You know, if you look here, for example, the after car or the Aston
is having a nightmare.
Yeah.
The 35, that's Giuliano Alesi, is stuck in the middle of the pit lane. He just can't get to his box. It's absolute pandemonium down in the pits at the moment. Just to say, in the 500s, now we have the safety car. The safety car is coming out, so all those guys that dived in the pits have made the right decision on that basis. But one car that did not stop was the number 24. That's the Yokohama Shod Kondo Nissan with Daiki Sasaki at the wheel. They stayed out, and now he's going to be in the lead, but of course he's going to lose out big time because he still hasn't done a stop. And we've seen the 37 car being wheeled backwards, and he's stationary. This is absolute chaos.
Right, here we go, across the line, and it's Kenta Yamashita aboard the Ineos machine. Shosu Boy just behind. We're racing again. Quite cleverly from Yamashita, he's left a big gap between himself and Daiki Sasaki, and I guess that is because he just didn't want any risk shaking things up much. But behind the battles royale, as we see, we saw Hirata. We saw Hirata in that car looking fairly racy early on, and now who is in that car alongside Hirate?
It's Katsumasu
Chio now. Yeah, well spotted, Jamie. So Chio had a real run around the outside but couldn't get it done because he's up there and clatter the wall again. Now look how tightly congested this gets. So it's a sympathy spin. It's the Lotus mother chassis car gap to Tsukukoshi in 6th place in that Astemo Real Racing Honda. So that will be the lead NSX at the moment. What can Tsukukoshi do? We'll have to wait and see. But now the battle for the race leader. Shosu Boy goes all the way. Will he go all the way around the outside? No, he doesn't. Yamashita just holds on into turn 1, but Shosu Boy now trying to go around the outside into turn 2, and the battle for the race lead is raging out front. This is what we have been expecting and wanting to see, and now Yamashita just up the inside of Yapao.
Actually not too bad on the evidence and the photos lap times. I mean, it's kind of comparable or faster than the cars ahead.
Sorry to interrupt there, Jamie. Just saw Shosu Boy trying his luck around the outside just to see where the lapped car would go, but it didn't work out for him down at turn 1. Now he's going to try his luck all the way around the outside. Will he get the drive? Yes, he will. So this is going to be Yamashita's going to have to give him room, and they're going to be side by side down to turn 5. Surely this will give Shosu Boy the inside line down into turn 6 if he can stay on the outside, and he's... They bang wheels, they lock up, they get the switchbacks. This didn't go quite as I thought it would go, and Yamashita really brave on the inside, and they weren't going to give anything up there. And the bit of contact to go with Yamashita and Shosu Boy, well, they are not shy, and I guess finally there goes Tsukukoshi past Ishiura. So the Toyota dominance has been broken. We have a Honda into
putting in a particularly impressive performance at Le Mans in the Le Mans 24 hours, but unfortunately the pandemic.
Jamie just Shosu Boy around the outside. Sorry, they trade. Oh, Shosu Boy's off, but he's back on. Sorry. Around the outside there, Shosu Boy. The race lead is on again. The battle for the race lead, I should say. Yamashita going defensive on the inside. Shosu Boy will try and go all the way around the outside. He's locked up. He's going to go off. He's going to go off. And it was going to end in tears at some stage, wasn't it? Has he got enough of a gap? I think he has, to try and to come back on in second place. He'll be relieved to see the checker flag, no doubt. Shosu Boy still wringing the neck of that Tom's Toyota. Here is, on the last lap, the battle for GT300 honours as Kenta Yamashita rounds the penultimate corner, and it is going to be a win here in Okayama for this Ineos X Prime GR Supra. Kazuya Oshima, Kenta Yamashita take the spoils in their second year, ahead of Shosu Boy in that TGR Team Tom's car. And João Paulo de Oliveira is now under real pressure in the GT300 class car. Gamoy all over the back of that Nissan in the black Mercedes, and Yoshida there in the Saitama Toyo Pet machine. But it's João Paulo de Oliveira, the 2020 champions, that crossed the line to win the opening round. And himself and Kyoto Fujinami will be absolutely thrilled with that win. That's a great way to start their 2021 campaign. So Ryo Hirakawa and his very fast young teammate Senna Sakaguchi rounding out the rostrum. Well, there is Yamashita. He jumped out the car.
The win was within his grasp, and unfortunately for him, he just didn't show patience. I think the mistake came with more than 10 laps to go. Real Racing Car was the best Honda in 5th place, and the best Nissan was the number 3 NDTP VMAX car down in 9th place. That's the car of Hirate and Chio. As we see the reigning GT300 champions, De Oliveira and Fujinami, congratulate one another on another fantastic job. Well done for those boys.
Run down and speak to all the teams and drivers now. So that's going to wrap up our commentary. The feed will continue to run. We'll be back on the 3rd and 4th of May here.